Hi everyone, and welcome to RollBound 2. I am your DM, Chas, and I'm going to go down the list and have everyone introduce themselves, starting with Groove.
Good tidings. I am Groove, and I am bound to the role of Jonathan Oneros Phage.
Alrighty, Allie.
Hello, I'm Ali, and I am bound to the role of Prince Xander.
Alright, Minnow.
Hello, I am Minnow, and I am bound to the role of Vivian Deshays.
Alright, Joey.
My name is Joey, and I'm bound to the role of Jay Elwood. Forgot his last name for a second.
Alright, Dakota.
Hello everyone, my name is Dakota, and I am bound to the role of Lysel.
And last but never least, Mickey.
Hi, I'm Mickey, and I am bound to the role of Emiko.
I'm on a schedule today. Is it because I'm impatient and want to do the thing? Yes. But also, but where we last left off, you guys were literally, you found Jack in the, casino area, but you guys hadn't, approached him yet or anything like that. I don't remember exactly what y'all's plan was for, going against him, but that is up to you, because, yeah. I do believe
we had come up with Plan B. Plan B was we were not going to mess with Jack because Jack is just honestly better at gambling than we are. So it would be a bad idea to go against the best gambler in the place. And instead, Vivian's going to try card counting because she has keen mind, and everyone else is going to cause a scene or at least start a party or do whatever they do to keep Casito security from throwing her off the boat.
Oh yeah, because I remember Xander and Johnny went to go do the distraction.
Yeah.
I think Lysel's gonna arm wrestle people and scam them.
Come on, I only have half an arm.
I don't look that strong, do I? Breaks their arm through the table.
Oh yeah, with your little fucking skeletal hands. It's like, come on, look at me. Ah, psych bitch.
What did Emiko do to scam people?
I don't know. You also went to go look for the dad, but if you want to do a thing...
Oh, yeah, I would
You
look
and-
for the dad.
You and Jay went to go look for the dad. So, what I want everyone to do, other than Emiko and Jay, I need everyone to just roll me a d6 real quick and put what your result is in the chat.
D6, ooh. Is there a specific place in chat you want it?
Just in rolls. 3, 2,
That's a
4.
That's a 4.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so... Xander, go ahead and make me your choice... No, I guess, make me a performance check. Okay, that is a 29 from Xander. So Xander, when you guys decide to make this diversion, what do you do to distract the entirety of the boat? Well, not the boat, but the room.
gonna do a bardic rendition of Disturbia by Rihanna.
Wow.
Okay, and then since this is also part of the distraction, Johnny, what are you going to do to distract the people in the main, like, casino room?
Johnny's not gonna distract. Johnny's gonna watch Vivian and see maybe if Vivian gets kicked off, since we have the telepathic necklace, Johnny can just take her place. So he'll wait and watch and see if there's an opportunity for him to step in somewhere.
Absolutely. And then, Vivian, I need 2 things from you.
Okay.
So, the table is very large, again, there are other people, sitting around the table. The, dealer for the blackjack is, like, this tall woman in, like, a silver and gold, like, I guess the best way to say is sequin, but, like, not quite, I don't know, it's very shimmery and has, like, a lot of, layers of, like, this, shimmering fabric. I don't know what it's called. It's not sequins, but it's like mini ropes that are glittery. I don't know what that pattern is called or what that fabric is called, but it's something like that. And she looks to be a Falra, which is the deer people. That is the actual term for what Bambi in the last game is. So she has like antlers and this like pretty headdress, and she's and what I would like you to do is, because you're using Keen Mind, I would like you to make me a deception check, but using your wisdom.
Deception check? Okay. Fortunately, I'm really good at those. She's not. 1 second. We're gonna use a cheeky little sorcery point to re-roll that too. Oh, much better. That's with a wisdom. That's going to be a 24.
Okay, I got a natural 1 on my first one.
Wow.
Really? No, and it's your die too. Hold on, I'm putting this motherfucker away. Yeah, here.
It fucking always delivers for me every single time.
I gotta stop using it when I'm making rolls against you.
I've got a little remote control that like I can give radio signals to from the other side of the country.
Let me look up a thing real quick. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna be so real. I don't know that much about blackjack, so I had to look up how long a like normal game of blackjack lasts.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I had to be like, all right, how long does this shit go? And
It'd be helpful if I gave you like a super high level overview of blackjack, non-Google AI version.
sure.
So you sit down at a table. You are not playing against the other people at the table. You are playing against the dealer.
Uh-huh.
Dealer gives you cards. You are trying to get a number equal to 21 without going over 21. The dealer puts one card up that is face up. They put their other card face down, so you do not know what it is. And then based on that, you then decide whether or not you want to hit or if you want to stay. You put a little bit of money in the start. You put a bit more money in when you decide to hit. But ultimately, it is just a numbers game. So you're not trying to. It's not like poker where you're trying to bluff or anything. That's why Vivian chose this one.
I see. Yeah, I knew generally speaking, like the numbers and that whole thing. I just didn't know like how long you fucking play for. Okay.
You could also, it's pretty easy to find like simulators for blackjack online if you really want to do that. Just saying.
Oh no.
Please let me roll dice.
No, I want.
I'm much better at rolling dice.
Okay, I need you, just because the deception rolls are mostly so that way they don't notice the
That I'm cheating?
the card counting. So I would like you to make me another deception roll with your wisdom.
Delightful.
Because the dealer got a natural 1 on her first check, I'm going to make this roll, just this one, at disadvantage.
Okay, that is a 23.
Okay, but she does have a pretty good insight, so... Holy fuck.
One?
I got another natural 1. I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 20 with disadvantage.
You are flipping
Check.
coins.
I am...
Check the D20. There's a remote in that one, too.
Fuck.
Whoa!
This
No
is
way, I
why, this
see the
is
remote.
why Douglas dies. Get out of
Rule number 1,
there.
always tweet. Well, sometimes I give it a 20 when you're not my DM.
To be fair, Douglas also just flipped a coin.
Allie mechanically had me flip a coin. I just have such a high crit threshold because I'm cool and everyone's dad. Okay. And then I'm gonna roll another thing real quick, secretly. Damn. I'm gonna keep track of that. Okay, make me another deception roll. Since I got a natural 1, I will also make this insight check at disadvantage.
Using another Sork point. Oh, that's worse. Do I have a luck point from something? I did once upon a time, but I think that's gone.
You have a sparkler left? Just pop it in her face.
No, I used that like session 4 because I didn't want to forget. That's a natural 1 for a total of 7.
Okay. So, let me... Because you've done so well... It's not an instant out. Let me roll another die. Okay.
They probably come over with a complimentary drink saying, "Hey, you're doing really well."
Sweat dripping down her face.
Yeah. You know, like she says something like, "You look nervous." Don't worry. It's all in good fun. You can leave whenever you want to.
Vivian pretends she doesn't speak common.
And then
Responds in Goblin.
just fucking. Where did that die go? Okay, I need you to make me another one.
Another one.
Another one.
That's so much better. That's a 25.
She only got a 13. I'm rolling really bad. Okay. Let me make my secret roll. Damn. Okay. So, make me one more check. This is going to be a flat roll for her because she didn't get a natural 1.
A 22.
That beats her 20.
You rolled a natural point?
I just got a 20 flat. Dirty 20.
Why is it dirty?
Because I got 13 on the die. So, let me do another one of my secret rolls.
I think Chess just died.
I did just die. Where did my fucking D10 go? Oh my god. There we go. I got it! Okay. So... I'm sorry, I gotta stop looking at Discord. I gotta stop looking at Discord. Okay.
Yes, we're playing on Discord.
I know, I gotta stop. Okay.
Alright,
So...
let's all move to school.
No. So through... what was the gold cost you guys needed again?
So
Fun
Vivian needs exactly 3,055 to be able to do the total thing.
Okay. So through, just because I know we have one more thing, and then you all can like pull together, through doing, through everything we've gone through so far, including everyone's roles, Vivian, Xander's, and everything. So far, you guys are at 95% of your goal. Maybe even a little more than that. And then, so after a while of sitting down at this table, you know, at some point it's like, okay, you know, they might just stop you, generally speaking. And you walk away, you're sweating profusely. It makes you have sweat so much that it actually makes your hat look more vibrant and healthier. Very strange. Kind of horrible.
Freak ass hat.
And then we're gonna move on to...
Oh no, don't
into
sweat in
that.
me, I'll get healthier.
Your hat is into that.
And we're gonna go over to Lysel. What I would like you to do is make me an athletics check.
I think I can do that. Let's see. This is the wrong dice. I almost did something disgraceful. I just took one of my wrinkled D20s and I was like, yeah, wait, no.
Oh, you're already a natural one.
That's gonna be a 42.
Okay. Boop, boop. Make me. Make me another one.
With a natural one, that's 25.
With a natural one, that's 25. Oh man, I got a 23. So close. Okay. Roll my secret die. So, this went great. Yoink.
That one's really good.
Bye. Yeah, so essentially, Lysel, you know, with your unique sort of with your little bit of social awkwardness and your uniqueness in the way that you have bones for hands, you convinced a few people that, you know, if they could, like, you know, a bit of gold to see if they could beat you in an arm wrestle. And a lot of them took the bait, which allowed you to make quite a bit of gold. So, through Xander's performance and the tips that he made, through Vivian card counting at blackjack, and through Lysel scamming people into hopeless arm wrestling, you guys made this much gold.
is more than we need.
Yep, completing
That
your
is more than
goal.
we need.
Completing your goal at 102%.
Here's the question, though. We're on a hot streak. You don't stop.
Walk
when you're on a
away.
hot streak. I'm just saying.
I think we should put it all in that coin flip we were talking about.
Oh man, could you imagine though? He'd walk out, and then we could do it again.
And we could get a night with Kin Helio. We could take that girl.
With enough points, we just need to win every time, and we could all get a night with Kin Helio.
Okay. Well,
He probably does a group discount.
let's keep playing until a loss.
No,
Because
Vivian.
we have
Vivian's probably gonna call it
access.
there.
Okay, fair enough.
This is a brothel, not a war parade.
And then, but this takes about 2.5 hours of, trying to maneuver and use your skills. And during the 2.5 hours, we're gonna move over to Emiko and Jay. I would like both of you to make me investigation checks.
Oh fuck.
Investigation? Do
Or
I get... Hold on a second.
or persuasion if you want to talk
Not
to people.
Evalon. Get this. I need this sheet. There we go.
I don't even have my character sheet up.
Brother.
Emiko's like, hey, have you seen a grieving dad anywhere?
Have you seen someone that's crying a lot like a fucking baby? You said
It's athletics, insight, and persuasion, so it's not. Okay.
You can do persuasion.
I thought it was perception.
No, I said investigation or persuasion if you want to ask people instead of just look.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Jasper is going to persuade then.
I will just do it in investigation because that's more than a -1.
I got something better than 24.
25.
25.
I only got a 16, so Jasper is definitely going to be the one finding this guy.
Okay.
And the way that this looks, by the way, because Jay is still in just swim trunks and helmet, so it was one of those, create a character in the super serious cutscene moments. And whenever he goes to, ask somebody if they know where this guy is, he's just gonna, take the helmet off to, introduce himself and then put it right back on afterwards.
Yeah, and through asking around, there's some people that I have no idea who that is. There's some people that go, yeah, you seem real cool, go away, But then, relatively quickly, maybe the second to third person you asked, they hear your, description, and, there's a lady who says, near the, side, terrace of the ship where there's a little garden. There's a man that matches that description that hangs out over there. I don't know anything else though. Sorry.
The location you've given me is more than enough. Thank you for your time.
And the lady's with one of her friends, and she as they're walking away, she's like, that made me so nervous. I don't know why. My goodness.
What?
The lady thought you were pretty, and it made her nervous.
Oh. I was like, who's getting nervous?
But navigating through the ship, on one side of the ship there's this little it's outside of where people there's a whole outdoor area where it's just people can stand up there and look at the ocean, tan, whatever they want to do. It is a cruise ship still, even if a high fantasy one. And there is this little garden area where they have some greenhouse stuff set up so that way there could be plants and whatnot for people to look at and enjoy. There's like butterflies flying around in it. There's a few like species of gull like hanging out that seem to be a bit more docile than other types of like seagull. They seem to be chilling, probably because they're fed all the time. But you guys sitting on like a bench in the garden, like, you know, with his like elbows resting on his knees and his head just hanging low, you see a man that looks a lot like Hinako's father that you saw in like the kind of retelling of the last moments of her life.
Are we... I feel like this is more Emiko's thing. I'll let you...
I'm sorry, why is it more Amico's thing?
You were the one that suggested that we do this.
Was the plan that we were gonna tell him that we, like, are going to resurrect his daughter, or, like...
See, and that's what I was literally just about to do right now, but I wasn't sure if that was what you wanted to do, so I didn't say anything.
Yeah, yeah, I think Amico... Do we know his name?
You do not know his name.
And the daughter's name is Hinako?
Hinako.
Hinako. I think Amico is gonna walk over to the dad and be like, are you Hinako's father?
His eyes, like, flick up to you. And he says, yes, has her body been found?
Not exactly, no.
Oh. Then what is it?
We are adventurers that have rather powerful magic, and we would like to help you out. We know what happened. Wait, do we actually know what happened? We, like, saw her get, like...
Yeah, you guys
yanked,
watched.
right?
You guys watched everything that happened.
It was fucking nuts.
Yeah. We know what happened to your daughter, and we would like to help you get her back.
At first, you know, he looks really concerned. You imagine it's because he doesn't know. And at first he, like, stands up very abruptly when you guys are like, we know what happened, you know, like, might have spooked him a little. But then you said, and we'd like to get her back. And he kind of, like, looks down at you, and he goes, and he, like, narrows his eyes, and he goes, why?
Why would we like to help?
I don't have anything to give you in exchange.
You don't have to give us anything. We're... we were asked to check out a ghost sighting, and after we learned what happened, we want to help on our own. We don't think it was right what happened. We'd like to fix it.
He kind of, you know, looks at you, still a little unsure, but then he says, how can you do this?
We have powerful mage in our party that will be able to bring her back.
He looks a little in disbelief, and he looks a little confused, with everything that you've told him, with that you guys managed to find a part of her, which, that part remains a mystery even to you, because you guys don't even know how there was something left, but some mysteries the world just keeps. And he says, when?
Well, if you don't mind, a question for a moment. What exactly are the facts as you know them?
I know that we were just going to have dinner, but she had already ate her fill of snacks. I went to go partake in the buffet, and when I got back, she was gone. Only her gift that I gave her was left. And then someone on the ship told me that they had seen her jump off.
Told you that.
It was some man in a weird coat. He was wearing a strange mask, and he looks at you, Emiko, and he says, "It almost looks like yours, which is why I was concerned at first, but you don't look like him." When I told the captain of the ship and everyone that I saw this person, they said that there was no one that met that description on the ship at all. In fact, for the first 3 days, the captain and guard and everyone were investigating me for her disappearance. But they sooner or later deduced that I had nothing to do with it, because of course I didn't.
Sorry for my incessant need for clarification, but when you say that your daughter is gone, are you understanding this in the pejorative sense, or are you meaning this in that you don't know where she is?
When someone jumps off a ship in the middle of the sea, the chances of finding them are abysmal. Chances of finding them alive are even more so.
Well,
Thank you for answering such a tough question. Just makes it easier to prepare you for what I'm going to say afterwards. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut myself off. I thought someone else was trying to say something. I didn't mean to leave you in unnecessary suspense. When we conclude this spell, and your daughter is back with us, she will be possibly different. Not in mind, but in body, if you understand.
I don't really understand much about magic, but that doesn't really matter to me. My Hinako is my Hinako. I don't care what she looks like.
Well, as long as we get that cleared out of the way. Because we, unfortunately, only have that as our option, and from my understanding, as a man of divinity, usually such spells are finite in the amount of time you have before they can be executed. If we had the option to restore her to her former glory, as you would probably put it, or as I would put it now that I think about it. Regardless, it's the option that we have. So I'm just letting you know.
Everyone say hi to Hanzo, he was screaming.
Hi, Hanzo.
Let me know when you're ready, Charlie.
Okay, I'm here. Yeah, but he he still kind of looks a little in disbelief, but he looks a bit calmer now, and he just says, is there something about this that I don't know about?
Well, you keep saying that she jumped. That's not exactly the case.
His like eyes went on, and he goes, what do you mean?
She was murdered.
Given that, Emiko, you're not necessarily a people... Not like you're not a people person that you don't like, in that you don't like people, but you did just, you don't have PR skills. You just kind of go, yeah, she got murdered, bro. Not that you said it like that. And then he just kind of... it literally looks like a fucking giant, flicked him on the forehead, because his head almost lolls back for a second. And then he sits on the bench again. And he's just like, why? Who would... Who would do... She was just a girl. I knew there was something... I knew there was something wrong about this. I knew there was something... Does that mean that the person who approached me to tell me was the perpetrator?
There's a high likelihood.
His, face, scrunches up like he's about to cry, but he's, trying not to. But then he, old man sobs into his hands, and he's like, my sweet Hinako.
Well, the second half of our duty as part of this is to find that individual and bring him to justice as well. Any information that you have on where he went after he alerted you of this would be helpful. Even if he is not the perpetrator, a person who looks like that certainly sounds like one hell of a lead.
He just told me... He seemed too calm about it. He said that she jumped and that he said that it was a sure tragedy, and then he just walked away. He told me that he would alert the guard or something, and then that was it.
I doubt that was actually what he did. Are you able to recall anything else? Think about the direction that he moved in after he walked away from you. I understand it might be hard to remember, but I really need you to try for me. Can you do that?
I think... he walked out to the back of the ship, which is why I thought he was someone who worked for them, considering that no one's really allowed to go back there.
So our hooded mysterious figure is somewhere near the stern.
This was days ago, and the captain and the guard on the ship, they say that he is nowhere to be found. They said that the man matching that description isn't even on the ship. Which, just because you guys are talking to him, you guys... you do know at the very least that the creature who did do this, whether or not it's the same as this person or not, has left. I'm reminding you because we did skip a week because Xander actually communicated with the creature. And basically it was like, nah, nah, boo-boo, because it is not there anymore. Just a reminder that at the very least you know that the, like, creature left the ship.
Gotcha. And if we are assuming that this masked man is the creature, then he would be gone.
Yeah, didn't Emiko know? Sorry, I completely forgot it was actually a creature and not a person. Emiko, like, knew what this creature was, right?
Yes. It is a slua. Slua are creatures that basically, like, imitate soul guardians. They look like them, have similar but not quite equal powers to them, but they're not soul guardians. They're monsters that look like them, and basically they pretend to be soul guardians to lure people to eat them.
And this... Oh, go ahead.
Are they known to take human forms?
If they have near equal capability to soul guardians, actually, Emiko, make me a history check.
Okay.
See if you can get a little bit more information out of this question.
Natural 20 for a total of like 24 or something.
Damn.
Or actually 21.
So Slua, have not all, but very similar capabilities to Soul Guardians. Soul Guardians are very magical creatures. Slua kind of have, a mockery of those powers, but then they also have a lot of deceptive magic, and specifically when they're on the material realm, they can take humanoid forms. They cannot when they're in the spirit world, which neither can Soul Guardians. They can only take disguised forms if they are on the material realm. They are such powerful spirits that when they are in their home realm, they cannot alter their form.
So yeah, it was definitely probably the guy. Or the creature that killed him. Okay. Killed her. Okay.
But, the man looks at you, and he says, when, I ask again, when are you doing this?
Well, most of our party is currently raising funds in the casino, but it shouldn't be long. We only have a few more days before the spell won't work anymore.
I see. He like stands up again, because now he's not sitting on the bench, because the idea that his daughter was murdered kind of didn't sit with him very well. And he, says, well, I guess I don't know what to do from here. I mean, if you're doing it soon, I can accompany you. I don't know. But I would do anything to see her again.
Yeah, that's why we came to find you. I think it would be best if you're there when she wakes up.
Of course. And essentially, after you guys, he also, and the time it takes for everyone to reconvene now that one part of the party has gotten all the necessary funds and you guys have found Hinako's father, there is, you guys eventually meet up. In that time, the man introduces himself, as someone named Hiro, Hiro. And but now that you guys have gotten the needed funds and you've also found Hinako's father, where would you... where would you guys like to do this ritual? I don't know how casting the spell works, so...
I think it's going to take us a few days to make the scroll. Groove's the one who knows more about crafting, because I don't have it on hand. I need to... That's where 5,000 gold came from. So however long it's going to take us to actually craft it.
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah, well, last week, 2 weeks ago, last session, you said we would trivialize the time and just have the gold requirement.
Yeah, I basically said that it would just take you a few hours because normally any other time you guys have needed to craft something like that, I have not made it take weeks like it would have. But go ahead and make me a Arcana check.
Myself or Johnny?
Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can help if you want to guide yourself.
Don't need it. Give me the guidance, actually.
I don't have guidance, that's why I have to help you, and you can guide yourself.
Yeah, sure.
3 of us had guidance, and it didn't seem as vital for me to hold on to it.
Oh my god, what am I doing? There we go. I had 5 and a d4. 28. Do I succeed?
Yes.
Nice.
So effectively, in this instance, especially since you all have similar types of magic in the form of like revivify, and even though it's not exactly the same, this is not necessarily unpracticed or unprepared magic in its totality. So cross-referencing some other like scrolls and things in your spell book, and also with the fact that you have more than enough of the resources, you are able to make the scroll in about 6 hours. Especially with some of the like materials that you guys have that are like rarer and stuff like that, you basically make the scroll.
Yeah, Johnny, temporarily distracted from his hunger, thinks intently. And he says, with this and that and an equal contribution, we could do it in about 6 hours.
Let's get started.
We get started.
Yeah. And unless anyone has anything pressing they need to do in that time. What's up?
Emiko will just talk to Hiro about his daughter and just like get to know him and like know like the random fucking childhood stories and whatever.
Yeah, seeing as this is like the most tense 6 hours of Hiro's life, he tells you a few things. They are a small family from Itsumo. Hinako's mother died when she was very, very young due to a turbulent and fast-acting illness. And it was very sad, but they've learned to make do. It was always Hinako's dream to go see Kelmra, and she actually, when she was older, wanted to attend one of the Bards colleges in Altacoya. Particularly in the city of Cordland, there's this giant complex of like Bards colleges that are notorious across the world, and she really wanted to go to one. Because she is a poet and a singer, but she more leans into the performative poetry aspect of stuff rather than singing. But she combines the two and he basically describes her as being very curious and very fun, a bit stubborn, but very reliable and good as a person. And back at home, he makes jewelry and does like wood carving, and that's how they make like the money in their house, is he has these like little crafts and such like that. And as you guys are talking, eventually the scroll is prepared. And yeah, go for it, Minnow. I'll also let you roll the thing.
Hell yeah. So she sets out the various material components that are needed after a long time, but apart from like the very small resurrection circle that she has created, the rest of the room is just covered in papers everywhere as a result of her and Johnny working throughout the night. Her starry eyes are red rimmed. Gale on her shoulder is like kind of doing that thing where a dog is trying really hard to stay awake and its head keeps falling to the side, but stays awake throughout the time as we are putting this together. And then as she reaches down, she takes the string that she uses to cast her magic and forms an intricate pattern in the center that arcs and bends around pins that she has placed into the wooden floor itself, until eventually she takes the vial of blood and dabs some onto her finger and starts to rub it down the string itself, and then reaches out and looks up into the sky and calls out for the spirit of the wood carver, the wild one, and the witch. Return this one to her body, and the room fills with stars and the string begins to glow, and I'm going to roll a d100. Oh, baby.
The dwarf.
Dwarf.
Not a dwarf. Oh. Adjacent, though.
Halfling.
Real quick, let's do a little... Can I get to that document in time? We'll see. Who knows? Everybody just wait. This won't take long.
You have a picture of
Don't
it
worry
in our
about it.
DMs, if that helps.
No, don't worry about it. No, I'm not even talking about that. I've got that ready. I'm just here talking, and it's normal.
Okay.
And am not stalling.
Is it gonna blow up if you don't get to it in time?
Yep, yeah, we're all gonna die.
Well, you guys will. I'm so far away from all of you, I'll be okay.
No, your computer's gonna blow
There
up.
we go. Okay. Shit.
Wait, no.
Okay, rolling a d6.
Oh.
D6.
Amazing. Yeah, and as the stars begin to fill the room, they start to coalesce around the circle. Wind is gushing through the air as I said gushing, I meant gusting. Let me try that again. Wind is gusting through the air and picking up the various papers flying around, and suddenly the room goes dark before the light slowly seeps in again, and standing in the center of the circle, or perhaps laying in the center of the circle, still unconscious, there is a gnome of the depths that is currently in the circle.
Wow.
That's rough.
I had to roll really quickly to see what type of sub gnomes there were in Kelmra. That's what's taking me so long. Yeah, sitting in the circle, there is a depths gnome.
Johnny stands over the gnome. His expression inscrutable, and he turns to Vivian. Is it done?
That, or I just kidnapped a gnome.
Connie will poke the gnome. Hello.
Yeah.
Looking at this, does she have any similar features of the figure we saw in the dream?
She does.
Apart from the fact that she's now a gnome.
Yeah, I mean, her facial features look very similar. Her nose is a little smaller and her eyes are a little larger. She now has like bigger, like pointed ears because she was a Hjor before. But she has the same markings on her face. She has the same markings on her face that she did as a Lightborn Hjor, except now these ones are inert and they no longer light up. And, you know, she has like this deep purple skin. And her eyes like start to flutter open, and she has the same brown eyes as she did before. And she like blinks and she like looks around and she says, where am I?
Good question. Eat this. I hand her a little biscuit.
She like takes it and starts to eat it, but then she like sees her own hand and she like holds it away from her face and she like flexes her fingers, closing and opening her palm. My hands are purple.
That's something that unfortunately you will have to get used to. Also, this is going to be easier, but also stranger for you now that I am standing in front of you. And I will help her to her feet, and she will realize that she is as tall as B.
She like blinks a few times. And then she like looks down. And then she looks at her hands again, and then she looks at you and she says, I don't know what's happening. The last thing I remember was... And then she like, her eyes widen and she like suddenly like straightens across and she goes, jumping off the ship! Jumping off the ship.
Yes, you should. Let's get you some breakfast. And she's going to, I don't know, I assume this fancy casino boat has a way to magically call for room service. So she's gonna, I don't know, ring the bell or slap the squirrel or whatever she needs to do to get the room service in here. And then, yeah, she's going to sit her down and going to say, right, it's been 8 days since that happened. I am sorry to say that you were killed. However, you have gotten better, albeit a bit changed. Our ability to bring you back was limited, but you are back. Congratulations.
This is so strange.
Well, if you find that it is too strange, I'm sure you'll be able to find someone that can put you back into form that you're more used to later on, albeit at a rather steep cost, I assume.
What am I?
Do we have a mirror?
You are what is known as a death gnome, and I will I do that? Someone else will cast minor illusion to let her see what she looks like.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it's slightly dark in here, I can see everything perfectly.
Very positive outlook. That's going to serve you well in the next couple days.
She, and then, you know, she, like, turns around and then she sees her dad, who she already was shorter than. Now she is way shorter than him. And, he, like, takes a step forward and he, like, you know, cocks his head to the side and says, Hinako? And she, like, looks up and she says, Father? And they, like, look at each other for a second. But then she, like, runs into his arms and, like, he, like, picks her up and holds her in the air and, like, you know, spins in a circle. You know, as they have a tearful, reunion. And, he looks to the rest of you and says, I don't know how to thank you.
That's not necessary. This is what we do.
How did this happen? How did you know?
Your, what do they call it? A Jinx familiar, that's what it was called. Did I hear that right?
So, it worked? I opened the box and it worked?
Not in the intended way, but it did cause enough of a ruckus, and we happened to be in the right place in the right time to figure out what happened.
That monster. Is it still on the ship? What if it hurts someone else? We have to find it. And then Hero goes, no, young lady, you're not going anywhere. And then
We
she
have
gets a little
reason to believe that it's far away.
She gets stopped by her dad and then looks a little dizzy as she just woke up from being dead and is in a new body, so she's kind of still getting used to it. So she kind of simmers back down to a sit, and then she looks at you, Vivian, and says, "Oh, well, that's good at least. Didn't make a meal out of me."
Well,
Hey, Vivian, do you know what happens to the other body?
Let's check. And that is no longer her body. It will eventually decay and deteriorate in the manner of all such things.
I mean, at least maybe a family of sharks got a good dinner. And then Hero looks at her and goes, "Hinako, sorry."
Again, pragmatic, going to be very helpful to you in these next few days. All the same, and then room service shows up with an ungodly amount of bagels.
Bagels.
Oh, for Vivian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vivian takes 5.
Yeah, and, she eats and tries to get her strength back up, and eventually she falls back asleep, with her head resting on her... She, falls asleep, resting her head on her dad's shoulder, and he says, I was told that you were all already looking into the creature that did this.
You're... how do I want to phrase this? You are safe for now. I don't know if that'll be always the case. And I think Vivian's going to reach into the bag and she's going to pull out one of the coins and is going to hand it to him.
What is
If
this?
something comes up, or if anything happens with if something comes up, you can reach us through that. Just flip it over in your hand and then speak into it and we'll hear it.
He looks at it and he goes, I guess that answers my next question. I was about to say if there would be any way for you to let us know when the creature was slain. I could...
Indeed, we definitely won't forget that.
I could mail something to you in return. I would have to get home to my tools, but it would be an honor to me to make something for you when this happens.
Payment is not necessary, but gifts are always appreciated, so we will let you know.
And he says, well, I hate to cut this chatter and whatnot short, but I have had to buy myself more tickets to be on this boat, and we're needing to find a way home instead, so I think I will allow us to rest and then try to get my Hinako home.
Hey, Johnny. We still have that amulet that summons greatest steeds, yeah?
I think it's actually a gauntlet, isn't it?
That is a gauntlet.
It's a gauntlet, yeah.
No, right, forgive me. We have so many magical trinkets I often get them confused. Perhaps it would serve the girl well to have a protective, spectral sort of... I don't want to say pet, because that sounds demeaning, but you understand.
Certainly. Not a pet. A tool, you could say, in protecting one from evil. An object. I agree.
I mean, I feel like I would say the word companion, but that works too.
However, turns to the man. For you to withhold such an item on the destruction of this beast shows that your enmity is not yet great enough against this evil which took your daughter. If you truly wish for this never to happen again, take your hatred, take your feelings and your passion, and turn it into the ultimate vanquisher of all. It's called a Lua or a Sua? Sua.
Lua.
Of all
Ox Lua.
Luas.
Slua.
Until then, and until they are all gone, your daughter will not be safe. Even holds out the gauntlet with this. And yeah, he will allow her to summon. I don't know, I feel like she might want like a Pegasus. No, okay, we'll give her a Griffin. They can also just leave the boat with the Griffin.
I
They're
have
ponies.
Pegasus.
I mean, Pegasus fly, don't they?
Yeah, Pegasi
Yeah.
are faster. Griffins are more formidable.
Yeah. Or Johnny
I
would
feel
summon
like-
a Griffin. Johnny would not care about that. Yeah, Johnny
Well-
will summon her.
Well,
Griffin.
they have to summon it, or they can't command it. Also, I think you already have one, so you summoning
Johnny
one is
would
just gonna make
Johnny
it
would tell her
there
to
you go.
summon a Griffin.
There you go.
How long does the mount last?
Until it dies.
Okay.
Forever.
Yeah, but you guys allow them to do that, and then, you know, after giving each other a, you know, form of contact and everything like that, Hiro and Hinako go to recover. And
Johnny will turn to Vivian. It's done. How do you feel?
It is. She has like a bagel in each hand, and she's double fisting currently. Not even like cutting them open to put butter or the cream cheese on it, just dwarfing back carbs, and says, "Hard."
What? Art?
Big swallow. Tired, Mr. Phage? It was a long night, but a worthy one.
Worthy.
Yeah, she said hard. When she stands up, you see a huge bulge.
In her
No, you-
crotch.
Where else would it be?
Yeah.
The back of her knees. That's where goblins have it.
Nope.
All right. So, after helping Hinako and after helping her father, and there is still a few days left on the trip. You guys oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. God damn it. Hold on. There's a few more days left of the voyage. And you guys So basically you guys went all the way from the docks of Aelencar, and it is morning after several days have gone by, and the sun is casting rays even through the covered windows. You guys hear the sounds of horns and trumpets and music outside. You hear that there is someone like out on the deck, like playing some sort of stringed instrument. You can hear the crying of gulls and other type of birds, and you hear the cranks of like the anchor falling and bridges like moving around, because you guys are docking at the coastal city environ of Valier. And again, because the trip from Valier to Whispering Pines is incredibly quick, unless anyone has anything they want to do getting off of the ship, we can continue.
I'm ready to kill. Let's go.
Of course. So Valier is one of Viron's 3 major cities, although it is the smallest of the 3. It is a vast... it's one of Viron's 4 cities, I apologize. It is one of the smallest cities of the 4, and it is vastly like a large hunting city. That is mostly what their culture revolves around. It is a smaller walled-in city that is very easy to travel through. And the rest of the trip to Whispering Pines is mostly uneventful. You have to pass by a very small range of mountains, kind of crawling up the, they call it the Scarlet Coast, because at the end of the coast there is the large mountain range where Scarlet Peak is, so they call this entire coastline the Scarlet Coast. It is warm on your traveling days. It is... and doing things this way, going mostly by sea and then the rest on foot, has greatly decreased how long it takes you to get to Whispering Pines. I'd say you have another like 3 days of travel after, because I know Groove is going to ask me. You can give me 6 days worth of Finders Keepers, and I will give you the results after the session.
Mama needs a new pair of shoes.
And finally, on this day, it is early afternoon on the final day of traveling. I'd say it's maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It is it is, there's actually like a cool mist clinging to the air as you guys are approaching the little town. Whispering Pines is a little hamlet kind of surrounded by pine trees and other tall trees. There is a mist kind of clinging to the air. It's still a little warm and humid out, but there is like a cooling draft that is causing this mist to appear, especially being so close to the coast. And And as you guys are approaching, I'd say you're about maybe 10 minutes away from the town itself. I would like everybody to make me a set of perception checks. So, Vivian, Xander, and Lysel, as you guys are heading into the town proper, through the little bit of fog, because most of it is like just low clinging to the ground, you guys actually see a person walking in the woods. And at first it's hard to see, but she appears to be a normal, like, village woman. She's wearing, like, a multi-layered, like, casual dress. She has, like, a little bandana, like, wrapped around her head to keep her hair out of her face and allowing it to be pushed back. And she's carrying a basket that is filled with bones, and she is carrying it. She seems to be like heading in a specific like direction with a specific intent. But this is about a little less than 10 minutes out from town.
Gonna look to Sir Elwood and ask for just a quick little divine sense,
Yeah, for sure.
if you don't mind.
Yep. As soon as there it is. 60 feet. Celestial
Also
Tree
cast-
Undead.
So sorry, how much later is this?
Since the day you guys helped Hinako and Hero, it's been 6 days.
Okay, thank you.
So this woman doesn't trigger anything in your, divine sense. And you don't sense any creatures in the area.
Hey, you know what? I'd rather know that now. Great. Yeah, I'm gonna fly up to her, assuming other people will follow. Excuse me, miss.
Huh? Oh. She turns around. She appears to be a, Huar woman. She doesn't seem to be, a Lightborn. She doesn't have any, like, markings or anything on her. Again, she just looks like a normal, like, the best way I can say it is like a normal, village woman. Again, she's carrying, like, a wide basket, and she's holding it away where she's kind of, like, using her hip as she's walking to prop it up. And she goes, "Oh, hello, travelers. What can I help you with?"
My divine sense didn't ping anything.
Nope.
Alright.
Good evening. Blessings on you and your home. We are currently traveling towards Whispering Pines, and I can't help but notice that you have a basket full of bones.
Oh, these? Yeah, it's for the shrine outside of town.
Interesting. What kind of shrine, if you don't mind me asking?
Would you like to see it? I can lead you there.
I would love that, actually, and perhaps you could tell me more about it on the way.
Of course. And she, kind of hoists, she, like, lifts up her leg to, like, hoist the, thing of bones, like, up more, and she's, like, trying to carry it. And, yeah, again, she also seems very, very friendly. Like, totally, like, this is not strange behavior to her at all.
Would it be possible for me to, I don't know if it's an insight or an arcana, to check to see if she has been mind controlled in any way? Just because we're outside the vampire village and she's got a bag full of bones that she's like, this is for the shrine. Like, that's a super normal thing to say.
Where's everyone going? Bingo.
Where's everyone going?
Real.
Bingo. Yeah, go ahead and make me...
Insight.
Yeah. I would say go ahead and make me an insight check.
Hell yeah. My subliminal messaging worked.
Take a guidance and advantage for your troubles.
Ooh, delightful. Okay, that's going to be a 31.
Yeah, so you look at her, and in order to get like exact things, it'd probably need a little bit more prying. But this woman, she definitely seems to be, I don't want to say normal, because she's definitely not. If she is under mind control magic, it doesn't seem to be altering her, like, perception of anything. It almost seems to be, like, conditioning. Because she seems utmost nice, and you can tell that this woman is still acting within, like, her personality. So if this were, like, a normal circumstance and she was walking with a basket of flowers, this would be how she was behaving. So you get the sense that if she is under some sort of mind control, it is likely altering, like, a specific train of, like, reasoning, rather than, like, an entire, like, personality front. Because otherwise, this woman seems to be very genuine. But there is definitely something off, because she didn't make any comment about the bones, or she just said, I'm taking this to the shrine, but she didn't seem to comment on you finding that strange, really, at all.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll just keep an eye on her. And yeah, as we walk, I say, tell me more about the shrine.
Oh, yes. The shrine actually showed up, several months ago, sometime, just before the new year. And Whispering Pines, we bring bones to it, and arrange them on the shrine, to bring good fortune to our village. Most of it's just animal bones, and stuff like that, from any meals, or if any animals in the area pass away, we bring them here.
Interesting. I can't help but notice the use of the word most in that sentence.
Nothing horrible. Sometimes, if the people of our village, unfortunately pass away, they can grant us the permission to offer their bones at the shrine, but we don't do so unless they give the okay. So we bury them for a while until, there is nothing but bones left, and then we unearth them and we bring what is left to the shrine. After cleaning them, of course.
Interesting. And this was about, we're in month 4 of the year?
I believe we're a little further than that now. Because I believe Ophiuchus, is the 7th month of the year? Let me look.
Okay. So it takes more than 7 months, I assume, for all the bones to go away, but then again, I also only know how bodies work in, like, modern funeral practices where they're pumped up full of shit. So I don't know how long it would take.
Yeah, let me find it. I have that information pinned. It's very important. Because you guys started at the very, very beginning of the year. It was the first month of the new year. 1, 2... Actually, or was it in Cyrus? No, I'm pretty sure it was in the beginning of the new year. I think I re-listened to, like, the first few minutes of the first session, and I was like, it is Mensa, the beginning of the new year, and I was like, fuck! 4, 5, 6, 7... Ophiuchus is the 8th month of the year.
Okay. Interesting. And I'm going to say, not an uncommon burial practice, though. Interesting that you've all adopted this practice after only 8 months. What did you do before?
Again,
for the bodies, that is?
Typically we, bury our dead, or we send them to an ocean burial.
I hope it's not rude for me to ask, but what kind of good luck has this shrine brought you?
And again, you see her look at you, and I would like you to make me a perception check, Vivian. This is going to be a pretty high DC.
Help it.
Absolutely.
In that case, go ahead and add a D8 to that, because I'll give you one of my souls.
Go ahead and have a guidance as well, and advantage.
Sick. Okay, so that's... Does a 32 pass?
A 32 does pass.
Okay.
The DC was a 30, because I knew y'all could do it, but it was gonna be a bit... You see her face twitch for a second in response to your question, but not in a way where you think that she's, like, been caught in a lie. You think that this is her body naturally reacting to what you're saying, but then course correcting and behaving in another way. And she says... well, we believe that the cycle of, we have been, through teachings of visitors of our village, we have been, taught the ways of the cycle of life and death and everything like that, and bones are a big part of that, and so we made a little shrine to honor this new practice. And so far, it seems to have been providing the folk some sort of comfort. I don't believe that it's, like, super crazy magical in any way. One of the visitors does come and collect it. But otherwise, the shrine just sort of showed up. We didn't see them building it or anything. We just all started leaving the bones there. And it seems to have brought our spirits up. And as she's talking, you guys come into, like, this clearing in the woods, and sure enough, there is this... So basically, there is a large bone that had to have come from some large creature, and it is stabbed into the ground. And there's, like, little bits of rope that, like, wrap around it at certain angles and tie other things to it. There are smaller bones, like, dangling down from it, and then there are piles of bones just laid very neatly. Like, people have, like, interlocked them and, like, set them down in a way where they stay in, like, a certain shape, or, like, you know, stay upright instead of just looking like a pile of bones. Like, it does look organized. But then you also notice, Vivian, that there are some bones... I'm going to ride off of your 32 perception, because that's really good. You also notice that there are some bones on the ground that are separated from the shrine, and you can tell that they have been snapped in half and had the marrow taken out of them. So not all of the bones brought here are aged. If there is still... Like, it looks like something, like... eats the marrow out of them.
Mhm.
But she sets the basket down. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, do that, and then I might have some questions after she's done, but...
Yeah, she sets it down, and she says, but yes, in Whispering Pines, this is something relatively new that we do, but it seems to bring everyone comfort in a time of... We've had some misfortune over the last... year of time or so it seems to be bringing everyone together. And she starts neatly organizing the bones, and she says, honestly, I don't particularly know much about it exactly, but if you wanted someone who maybe knows more, you could ask Mrs. Lockett. She'd probably like for someone to talk to her too.
Does that name mean anything to me? That sounds like some witch shit.
It actually doesn't ring a bell to you.
Alright. Good to know.
It doesn't... Actually, Vivian, now that I think about it, make me a history check.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is a 23. Does that succeed?
It does. It's not witch-related. However, the last name Lockett does sound familiar to you. You're not sure if it's the same. But, you don't have many things remaining of your parents. But you do know that, like, in terms of, like, your goblin heritage, your family does hail from Viron, at least by bloodline. And your parents used to, like, travel and stuff like that. And you do recall, like, in, like, their old logs or whatever you could find of them after most of them were destroyed in the accident,
The incident.
The incident. You do recognize the last name Lockett, but you're not sure if it's the same person. But that was from their time in Viron.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I think Vivian is just gonna want to like poke around, do some investigating. Particularly interested in these bones. Is anyone here better at nature than I am, or whatever, or investigation? Because essentially,
Investigation.
yeah, you're my investo boy. Yeah. What I want to know is I think Vivian's looking at the bones in particular that have been snapped and the marrow sucked out, because animals will do that, like wolves will, eat bone marrow. Does it look animalistic, or does it look like someone did this?
Yeah, go ahead and make me y'all's investigation checks or nature checks. I will accept both.
No need. I got a 32.
Amazing.
Another 32. So, Johnny, you take a look at it, and it definitely looks unceremonious, but it definitely doesn't look animalistic, because the bones seem to be broken messily, but precisely, if that makes sense. And by precisely, whoever broke it knew exactly where they needed to break it to get the most out of the bone at any given time, and there are no, teeth marks. It literally looks like someone of sufficient strength picked up the bone and snapped it in half.
Yeah, messily broken, but intentionally placed.
Yeah. It is
Not
definitely... it is definitely an educated, action. Whoever did this knew exactly what they were doing. It isn't like an animal who's just trying to munch on some treats.
Does it seem like the, is there any way to tell, based on the bones, if they were armed to get this marrow, or if they, corpse is a corpse, they're not going to do anything with their marrow?
Make me a medicine check.
Fucking flawless 26. Do I succeed?
Holy shit.
Yeah, so you're taking a look at this, and for some of the bones, it does look like someone might have collected it after, a normal death. Some of these bones look like they're the result of, broken bones from injury. You can tell by the way that they, splinter, or some of the fractures. Some of them just look like there was already bones, and they snapped it in half and slurped it out. Some of these look like, someone had, a broken arm, and it was splintered and fractured in a way that would imply an injury over, oh yeah, they're already dead and I want some and that sounds yummy.
Yeah, and what about the aura of dreams in this area?
I'm so glad you asked. I would like you to make a perception check at advantage for your ability to kind of look at dreams.
The guidance.
Does a 16 succeed?
A 16 is good enough. Being in this area, which, you've been more attentive to your friends and stuff like that, but you can feel it prickling at the back of your neck. Being in this area makes you hungry in a way that can only be compared to by the first time you met Vitalis, but not as strong. But there is an essence of this area that makes you feel starved, almost. Your stomach growls, even. You feel saliva building up in your mouth. You are salivating. You can tell that whatever is causing this response is not close, but present enough to give this reaction. Because again, the last time you felt even remotely similar to this way was when you were in the presence of Vitalis. And it was a lot stronger then because you could physically see her, but the kind of vibe I'm trying to give is that the last time you felt this way is when you were in the presence of another phage, another one of your kin.
Yeah, Johnny has grown since then. He does not allow himself to be disgraced. He swallows his saliva, and he looks up, his expression sullen. Final question. Is this statue, or are these people, is this statue causing some sort of mind control, or are these people under mind control? Can I tell?
Make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I'll help.
We don't.
Does a... Thank you. Does a 25 succeed?
The 25 does succeed. So the statue itself does not seem to have any magic radiating off of it. It is profane. It's kind of nasty. It smells horrible. But it doesn't seem to be in and of itself enchanted. It would seem like, the enchantment that these people are placed under or this person, you are not sure the source of it. It doesn't seem to be very obvious. Like, you guys have met a few people under enchantments before, which gives you a little bit more experience than an untrained eye. But whoever put this enchantment has to be masterful at what they do. Because again, other than the fact, this is very weird. And if you guys maybe didn't have any prior context, this would just look like a weird cult situation. And that these people are just weird. So this enchantment is like masterfully done. Because this lady is acting completely like within her own mind. Just with like tweaked ideals. To get a little more information, you'd have to meet more of the people affected by it, if any. But just by interacting with this one person, it is a very intricate enchantment.
Yeah, Johnny will turn to the party and say in the open, the people of this area are afflicted with a terrible, evil curse. One that has expertly coveted their autonomy. He will, and if anyone wants to interject, please, he'll reach in, and I'll take out the wand of the sixth ring, and I'm going to throw pummeling water, a bubble blast, and a temperate jet at this profane shrine to cleanse it thoroughly.
Perhaps we wait just a minute. I'm not against this, but I have the inklings of a plan, if you'd like to hear it.
Yeah. You will blink a couple of times. Go on.
I think that for now it will behoove us to view the town operating as normal, with this shrine still intact, get some more information, and then I think it would make sense to come back later, because someone eventually comes around and takes these bones, and I would very much like to speak with that person. And if the shrine is defiled in some way, that might tip them off, more than us just being here.
Is that lady still here with us?
Yeah. She sees, like, Johnny point a wand at the shrine, and then she, like, gasps and, like, covers her mouth with both of her hands.
Wait 1 second, hold on. No need for that. Are you sure this is a curse?
Johnny will put away the wand, but he will say, I am absolutely certain.
When you say a curse, do you mean a literal curse, like a curse, you know, like the one that people would say if it was a curse?
Perhaps, but it is, if nothing else, a figurative curse. One upon their hearts and minds.
Figurative curses?
I'm so sorry. I don't understand. Have I upset you all in some way?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, here.
He's gonna act like he's putting a reassuring hand on her shoulder, and when he does that, he casts Remove Curse to see if it works.
It doesn't seem to have any effect. She just looks at your hand and looks up at you and goes, "Oh, thank you, I suppose."
Everything is quite all right. Don't you worry one bit. We're just, it's an odd, how do I put this? It's an odd practice we are not familiar with. Forgive us for being so judgmental at first.
I see. Well, she picks up her basket, which is now empty after she's arranged, like, the bones, and she says, I can lead you back to town if you would like. We do have, places to stay, and, if you wanted to learn a little more about, the town and our practices, you can speak to Mrs. Lockett. Again, she would love to have visitors and maybe someone to talk to. She's a grumpy old lady.
Bring
Sounds excellent. Oh, and apologies. I do have one quick little question about these visitors. I have a friend that came to this town recently. Her name is Lysandra. Do you know her at all?
Lysandra. You see her look like she has, like, a 1,000-yard stare for a second, and then she goes, "Oh, Lysandra? Yeah, she works on the wheat farm."
Excellent. I'll be sure to pay her a visit. I'm sure she's missed me quite as much as I've missed her. Thank you.
Yeah, you must be friends with her brother. Anyway, follow me. And she, like, turns, holding the basket a lot easier now and, like, starts to walk away.
I'm going to look to the rest of the silver lining. Just going to double check. Does anyone want to check anything else out here before we go? Anyone have any other thoughts, questions, opinions?
I believe that we'll be able to stalk the shrine after we're done looking around in town. If that is the case, I believe I'd be capable of hiding out around here with the help of a spell I can cast.
Johnny, I need a favor.
Anything?
It is imperative while we're here that we have our eyes open for any sort of scrying magic. It is a matter of life and death, so don't miss anything.
Yeah. Johnny will say, "Hold a moment. Soon you will bring us to Miss Lockett. But first," and yeah, Johnny will ritual cast Detect Magic.
I think during that 10 minutes, Vivian's just going to, like, sit down. I think in the guise of just doing general witching, she is going to ask this lady all about the town. More so, like, what kind of holidays do you all celebrate? What's your biggest, crop that you make and things like that. But trying to make this 10-minute wait a little bit less conspicuous.
Yeah, which she's happy to answer. She says, "Oh, we celebrate most of the local holidays, like Caligari and stuff like that, and then Fenmore is coming up soon, which is really exciting. We do a little festival for that. They grow, like, wheat and then a lot of, like, root vegetables and stuff like that. They have, like, a lot of potatoes and a lot of carrots, and a lot of squash, stuff like that. And then they do a lot of fishing because they are a coastal little town. And they have a lot of,
just keeping it busy.
Yeah, and they have, like, a lot of boat parades, like little, like, sailing where they decorate their little sailboats and, in the little gulf that they live by, they sail things through. Like, yeah, she literally talks about her village like it's just a cute little normal place. And when you cast Detect Magic, the woman does ping in Detect Magic with enchantment, but it's really, really subtle.
Yeah, Johnny will speak into the necklace to inform the party of this. I'm just confirming our suspicions. And I will keep an eye out for any additional forms of magic.
Yeah, I'm going to say into the necklace, do you want me to try a dispel on her? I know remove curse didn't work, but maybe this will.
Please do.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Before you cast it, Xander's gonna tap you on the shoulder and cast guidance.
I've loved you every moment that I've known you, Allie. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the woman. I'm going to say it is customary where I'm from to... Let me double check how Dispel Magic works. Oh, this is just for fun. I don't need to touch her at all. Whatever. She's going to say it's customary where I'm from to say a small prayer when visiting shrines, even if it is something that I do not necessarily partake in. I'd be honored if you would join me in this. And she's going to hold out her hands to the woman.
Of course.
Yeah. I take her hands and do I want to burn a 5th level spell on this?
Well, I mean, you have guidance. You add your spellcasting ability modifier, which is really good. If you fail, you can reroll with a sorcery point.
Oh, you're so right, Allie. I'm double checking to see if I have anything else.
And also, this effect is most assuredly above 5th level.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing.
And to answer Dakota's question with hopeful optimism, if it's affecting this many people at once, it probably doesn't need to be concentrated on, which means ideally they won't know shit if we break it on this one person.
Oh my god, I'm also going to reach into my pocket and I'm going to pull out Spirit World Potion. Sorry, not a Spirit World Potion. I'm actually going to pull out a sugarcane and chew on that real quick, which will give me a plus 10 to a singular skill check for the next 10 minutes.
Whoa.
So, gonna try I assume a 3rd level does not end the enchantment. Is that correct?
It does not.
Okay. Well, here we go. Oh boy. Well,
literally,
that's still a 24.
Yeah, I was
it's a bad roll, but still. Which is
you just need a 9 or higher, and you got it.
If we're dealing with a 15th level spell, I quit this game.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, just tell us it doesn't work, you know?
No, well, I mean, at that point, like, this is not the source, which would suck.
Real quick, let me read a thing.
If it is a spell of fucking 14th level or lower, it ends immediately.
Yes, checks notes. Yes, the spell has no effect.
I'm gonna throw myself into a wood chipper, bro, I swear to God.
Oh, let me...
And survive it, because I'm a badass, obviously.
Hell yeah.
She just needs to make
well,
a
it only
saving
chips
throw.
wood.
True, I'm not made of wood.
Oh
so
no.
Her head explodes.
Sorry, you said a saving throw?
She needs to make a saving throw.
Awesome. She's gonna get resistance.
And also, gel wood's +3.
It's not +3 anymore, it's +5.
Yeah.
Even better.
Okay. What is resistance?
She has a D4 to the save.
Okay.
It's like guidance, but for saving throws.
Yup. I'm assuming what's happening here is the Dispel Magic gives her a chance to shrug off the effect, because it ends the part of it that affects her specifically, but since she is not the source of the spell, Dispel Magic cast on her will not end the entire spell effect, which I assume is placed on the area. Interesting that... Hey, Jay, can we get another Divine Sense to see if this place is desecrated?
Yeah, I have like a billion more uses of this because I got an additional +2 to my fucking charisma one time.
So you guys can tell this very clearly. She does fail the saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
You can add a D12 to her saving throw.
Okay.
I'm about to make someone do a backflip and get silvery barbs.
Okay, she got a 12. So, that will make her
Whoa.
succeed. For a split second, you see her, nose, start to heavily bleed.
Yeah, and Johnny claps his hands, bringing her into a dream where he stabilizes her.
Yeah, you basically see her, like, nearly, like, pass out for, like, a split second, and then, she, like, grabs onto, like, a nearby tree to, like, stabilize herself, and her nose is piss-pouring blood.
Lay on hands.
Good evening, ma'am. We are the Silver Lining. My name is Mistress Vivian Deshays. The person there that is helping you is named Sir Elwood. We've noticed a few strange things about your village and we have come to save you. Is there anything that you've spoken to us about before that you would like to amend?
You shouldn't be here.
We get that a lot.
On the contrary, this is exactly where I need to be.
Madam, this is. I hate to do this to you. I think it is in your best interest at this point to be 100% open and honest with us and cooperate to the best of your physical and mental capabilities. I'm going to cast Suggestion on her. It is a Wisdom saving throw, and the DC is 20.
Okay, she is
I wouldn't say
she's fucking with
saved.
her head.
More like
I am not.
Management.
I do not want to give her any ability to put up any resistance to us at this point.
Yeah.
Xander is quite fed up with this.
What type of save was it?
Wisdom, DC 20.
Yeah, she only got a 17.
We apologize, but it is quite necessary that we learn as much as possible so that way we can end what is happening to your village. What is your name, miss?
Also, what was the suggestion?
That she be 100% open and honest with us, completely cooperative to the best of her mental and physical capabilities.
Yeah, she does, look, a little nervous. And when asked her name, she says, my name's Freya.
Freya, it is a pleasure to meet you again. Tell me about these people that came to town, that told you about how the world works.
They're vampires. They take people whenever they want. And if we ask for help, they'll kill us.
Well, I'm sorry to say that they are already killing you, so your options are limited. You're going to have to put your faith in us instead. Fortunately, that is generally a good idea. The next question that I have for you, I asked before about what luck this shrine has brought, and I could see you actively fighting. What did you want to say to me then?
I wanted to tell you that if we don't bring the bones there, they take more people.
They take more people? Where have you been getting the bones?
That part wasn't a lie. It is from our dead or from animals. But they make us collect them in excess.
You'd run out eventually, I understand. What else? Mrs. Lockett knew more, or at least you urged me to speak with her. What is it about her that is special?
Nothing. So far, I think the only thing, we behave completely normally except for the fact that we can't ask for help. And we can't talk about them.
So you just directed me to her because she's generally a trustworthy person?
Yeah.
I understand. Lysandra, you said that she works at the wheat farm. What does she really do?
She works at the wheat farm.
Interesting. Is there anything particularly noteworthy about her?
Not that I know of. I don't know her very well. I only know her by name because we're neighbors.
Okay. What else we got here?
You mentioned Lysandra's brother. Do you know his name?
No, I just know that she has a brother and he left a few years ago.
Years? That doesn't sound right. Where did he go? Did he say? Did she make any mention of where he went?
I don't know. He comes back ever so often, though he hasn't been back for a long time now. He just doesn't live in the town anymore. But I don't talk to her, we're just neighbors.
That's understandable.
She borrows eggs from my house sometimes, but that's about it.
Okay. What else?
You
said the shrine just showed up one day? Is that true?
We didn't see anyone build it. And we all knew that it existed. Like someone told us, but no one did. And we just knew that we had to bring bones to it. And the first time someone refused, 2 people went missing.
How do you know that the people are vampires?
Well, for a long time they were fighting. They don't fight anymore, though. We were caught in the... We were caught in, like, the in-between. But then, I don't know, I feel like they started working together. They made no effort to conceal what they were from us because they knew that we couldn't fight them.
Intel is faulty, or we've gotten here far too late.
Well, I mean, we learned about this close to 7 months ago at this point. Probably closer to 6, actually.
For years.
But I don't know. I don't know anything about them. I just try to live.
Do they have a place that they stay in town, or do they come from out of the village?
I think they come from out of the village. I've never seen them in town. I only see them some nights. And everyone has a curfew. We have to be inside by a certain time.
Interesting.
The time that you need to be inside, is it during the daylight hours?
We have to be inside when the sun goes down.
Interesting.
And has anyone tried to run?
She, like, nods. They never make it. She, like, kind of, like, her lip starts quivering like she's about to cry. And she says, You have to let the effect come back over me. If they found out that I was cleared of it again, they're gonna kill me.
Nonsense. Caleb!
And the Pegasus is going to. I'm gonna hop off of his back.
Take her somewhere far from here. Come back when you're done.
Not just yet, but that is a good idea. You said you have to let the effect come back over you. If they find out that you cleared it again, you've become free before.
There's someone in the town, I don't know who it is, and I mean that, but they are immune to it. I don't think the vampires know, and they cleared me of it and left me a note. And then they found out that someone got rid of it, and they told me if it happened again they were gonna kill me. They said I was useful, and that's the only reason I was getting a second chance.
How does it come back on its own, though? Is this not something they apply directly to you?
No, it comes back on its own.
How? Every day? Every week?
I don't know. It felt like it came back only after a few hours. I don't know how they do it, though. I don't know.
That's
I really
fine.
don't know.
So you said that you were only cleared of it for a few hours?
Yeah, and it's only happened one other time, and someone in the village did it, but I don't know how they hide from them. I really don't. I don't know who it was. They just left me a note. And I don't know how I'm useful to them either.
I understand.
She's
Vivian,
useful to them. We need to get her away from here as soon as possible. I'm sure there's someone else that can answer our questions.
not as efficiently. Does anyone else have questions for her? I've run out for now.
The person who's immune, do you know their name? Did they leave you a name in that note that they gave you?
No, I don't know them at all. I'm sorry.
If we are,
very smart.
If we are to send you away, is there anybody that you think they would attack specifically in your absence?
My little sister.
What is your sister's name?
Her name is Lisa. She's just a child, though.
Well, you can trust her in our care. All the same, we are going to get you out of here for the time being. This is a question for the DM. Is there any place we found, like, the nearest town, village, anything within radius of here?
So the nearest place is, would be Valier, or Emberfield, which are both about a 3 days travel away apiece.
I need a place that is not involved in the turf wars, somewhere that is, like, are either of those places, like, east of us, away from the conflict?
There's also Firefall, which is about a 3.5 days travel away, which is one of the largest cities, in Vyron.
And that one would be the safest if it is not, what's it called? Like, involved in this?
Yeah, like, Firefall is such a large city that if there was a vampire turf war taking the place over it, you guys would probably have a lot more problems if there was a vampire.
Sorry.
Here is, I'm just gonna send, like, a little snippet of the map to show you. And also, that's 3 days accounting for the fact that you guys have ways to speed up your travel. And all that stuff.
We have a bag of holding, right?
You want to shove her in the bag of holding?
What?
If we shove her in the bag of holding, first of all, she won't suffocate. She's in no danger of that. And I can send her to anyone I've ever met before.
That would probably be safer than just sending her away because we don't know the vampire's capabilities.
How would she not suffocate?
Because
Keep the bag
I have
open.
air bubble.
Oh, that's you. Yeah, why don't we?
Wait, how are you able to? I must have missed that functionality. When
So
it
I
was
cast air bubble on her to keep her from suffocating. We put her in the bag of holding. I cast Galder's Speedy Courier with her in the bag of holding, put her in the chest, send her off to, I don't know, Pamela's or somebody. Tell them, don't take the bag out, just take her out. And then when the Speedy Courier spell ends, she'll be safe with whoever I sent her off to. We'll get the bag back.
Who are the people the furthest the fuck away from us at this current moment?
We can send her to,
The furthest people away that you guys know are Misha and Lev, who are still in license because they take care of Xander's house.
Yeah,
'Cause
but they
Camel
got their
is-
shit kicked in once already.
Well, the reason that I'm asking is because I could have swore, and Misha and Lev might be further away, but I thought the people that were staying with Emiko's family were on like a different plane of existence or some shit. Are they not in the?
No, they're
I
in.
have to send them to somewhere else on the same plane of existence as me.
Well,
they're
so
on a different
okay, fair enough.
they're just on a
Travel
different continent though. They don't live in the spirit world or anything.
Well,
Gotcha.
They live
Okay,
in
so they,
Yelitsine.
okay, that was okay. I was mistaken. For some reason, I thought Yelitsine was in its own realm. For some reason.
No. Which Yelitsine is. No, yeah, that's pretty far away. That's like a partial ocean away.
Jesus, babe.
we could send her to Emiko's dad, because you met Emiko's dad.
True.
yeah,
Yeah, because I'm gonna.
sounds good. I would say
start-
that or Camelus with Adventurers Guild.
I feel much more comfortable putting her in the company of people who already have the finest security detail money can buy on a different continent than us.
I love that idea.
Yeah, because I'm gonna put
Good
two
shit.
pink dots on this world map.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Fuck yeah.
To tell you just how far away.
Yeah, for the sake of brevity, because I can cast Sending at will, I'm just going to explain the situation to Emiko's dad real quick. Ask his enthusiastic consent to execute this plan, and once I have it, I will do so.
Yeah, we play Emiko's dad again.
But the woman who is horrified, Freya, she's terrified. Says, how will you keep them from knowing I'm gone?
We're not. We're just going to send your sister with you.
I see.
It'll be
It's
far more
honest-
lucrative.
It's honestly a lot cheaper just to send you both at the same time, so...
Before you go, I do have a question. When people come to visit your town, do they seem to fall under this effect as well, or just the people that live here?
It's only people that live here. To other people, we're just strange. So they come by, do their trade, do everything as normal, and then they leave.
Well, here's hoping it doesn't follow you out to wherever it is they're sending you then.
I don't know.
Even if
Thanks for that, Lisa.
If the distance is more than 4,000 miles, I will be very surprised. Everything has to have some kind of radius, otherwise magic would be capable of far more than it already is.
All the same, I thank you for your cooperation and your bravery. I know this has been a very scary and difficult time, but the good news, the silver lining at least, is that this is the last you'll have to worry about it, as we are going to save your town, and I will give you my word on that. That being said, I do need you to get into this bag.
Okay.
we should get her sister first.
Agreed.
I will need you to get into this bag, Vivian says.
And then we don't really have to worry about despelling her sister because either it breaks with distance or someone in Amico's family can definitely do it.
We just have to kidnap her sister now.
Yeah. Which
Easily
technically
done.
wouldn't be kidnapping because it would be with her sister, but like.
I mean, if I
Well,
have
then
to,
we must-
I'm not above just casting suggestion again. So she will get in the bag, one way or the other.
We could also do what we did before, which would be fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let's let her lead us back to town unless anyone else has something they want to say to her. Sounds like a no.
I think while we're walking, Xander is just going to keep her engaged in pleasant small talk as to not arouse suspicion from anybody. And due to the effects of the suggestion spell, she's going to remain cooperative and outwardly calm to the best of her mental ability.
That should last like an hour, right?
It lasts 8 hours, actually.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, suggestion is very good.
She's still clearly a little terrified. She tries her best to talk to Xander, although she kind of clearly doesn't want to. But she just keeps talking about her village and then her sister. As you guys get closer, Whispering Pines, you can see that there's like a nice view of like the shoreline and the beach. There is a bunch of like smaller houses that are still on cobblestone roads. A lot of the houses are on raised platforms because of, to avoid the, rising tide. They're not that close to the beach, but it's also, to account for flooding or anything like that. It is mid-afternoon, so like the sun is still in the sky. It isn't nighttime, so there are still people out and about. There is, there's some people and they literally look normal. Everything looks like, just people, acting. There are children outside playing.
Just a real quick thing, Chas. Obviously Johnny still has detect magic going. I would like for us to keep an eye out for somebody who is not affected by this enchantment magic, because based on your description thus far, I assume that most people we see are affected.
Every single person that you guys come across is in under the effect of the enchantment. But again, everyone's acting totally normal. There are people waving hi, because they seem like a nice town, but they don't seem overly enthusiastic. It doesn't seem like, that they are overcompensating their peacefulness, because there are still some people that look like they're in a bad mood, and it really solidifies that the enchantment is basically like, you are going to behave normally, except you can't ask for help.
For sure. Also, Groove, would it be possible to get just while we're doing this, a magic aura on her to make any outward observers not notice that she's not under the effect of the enchantment magic?
Well, what kind of magic is suggestion?
Yeah.
True. I didn't think about that. Yeah, fair enough.
You've already beaten your own game. Good job.
I'm just trying to make sure nobody dies for our foolishness.
Yeah.
No, we're here to save these people. We're the fucking best.
We're basically gods.
Yeah, you,
Oh god, don't do that to me.
we walk, you guys walk into the town, and again, everyone seems completely normal. There's some people waving at her like, hi Freya, and she's like, hello. And then she points to a house while you guys are walking and says, that's where Mrs. Lockett lives. And
Thank you. We should get your sister.
And, as she's walking through, she acts like, she kind of acts like, she's telling... One second. And as you guys are walking, Johnny, you notice that there is, through the groups of people, there is a singular person, where it doesn't, because again, you can also tell kind of how strong or not strong the magic is as well, because, it's weird, because it's a very potent and well-crafted enchantment effect, especially since it returns after being dispelled. But there is one person who has a much stronger enchantment magic on them. It is not the same as everyone else. It is a person who's kind of standing by a fruit stall. You can that person pings differently to you than the rest of Detect Magic. And then there's a tiny little, they're very tiny houses, probably the equivalent of a studio apartment. And Freya walks up to it and takes out a key and unlocks the door. And she goes, "Lisa, I'm home. I have some visitors." And you hear a very small voice go, "Yay!" And you see a young girl, maybe 9 years old. Her hair is in two little braids. And she's wearing a mostly plaid dress with very nice shoes. They look a bit more expensive than almost anything that the sister is wearing. They were probably a gift. And she runs up and she goes, "Freya, I managed to skip rocks properly for the first time." And Freya goes, "Wow, that's really great. Hey, you and I are gonna have a little trip." "A little trip? Don't you have work, though?" And she goes, "Well, things have changed a little bit." "Oh, okay. How did going to the shrine go?" "Oh, well, it went great."
Question for the group. Kind of just want to dispel the magic on this one, too. It just feels like the easiest way.
I mean, she's also a child, which is the only reason why I was just waiting. Because, a child...
We tried to break the effect on her older... wait. I already
Older
forgot what
sister?
the relation is. Older sister?
Yeah.
I was gonna say older sister, I've got reaction, and I figured I was correct, but... she almost bled out of her nose until she fucking died.
Yeah.
Maybe we should, keep the effect on the child until they are out of range, so that instead of forcing the effect off, it is just falling off because she's no longer a valid target.
Well,
Valid and fair.
we'll tell Emiko's, dad to keep an eye out for any adverse effects, and to have, a healer on standby in case, by breaking proximity, something catastrophic happens.
Like absurd nosebleeds.
Alright, yeah. In that case, someone hit her with a bat. No, I'm just kidding. Do you want to get her in the bag?
How much hit points do these two seem to have?
I was going to say a sleep spell would be great.
Freya... I mean, I'm just going to tell you for the sake of clarity. Freya has 11, Lisa has 6.
Oh, big
Wow,
bet.
she is healthy.
Yep, gonna hit him with we'll do a second level sleep spell. That'll be enough.
More than many first level adventurers.
6, 10, 18. How much do I need, Dakota?
17.
You needed 17, so you're good.
Okay, boom. Alright, so they're both asleep. Then I'm going to tag them
like
both
Mr.
with
Henning
a...
goes, so what now?
Yeah, for sure. Gonna tag them both with a third level air bubble. Confirm with Emiko's dad that we're about to ship these two off. And then execute the plan as previously stated. And if you try to monkey's paw me, I'm disowning you.
Don't let that change your mind, though.
We're gonna execute the girls. What?
That is not what I said.
The Chas has their 50 caliber AE Desert Eagle ready to fill their fucking heads with lead.
Oh my god, not the Desert Eagle.
I just edited the episode where we were making that joke. I posted that today.
Where do we keep getting these?
Yeah, so I think what this
uppercut.
I think what this looks like is Xander has been around Johnny so much that Johnny's dream weaving magic has kind of bled into Xander, and sort of by proxy taught him how to do this. So as he casts the sleep spell, he literally just takes some sand out of his pocket and chants it with, primordial magic from his home and a little bit of that magic that Johnny has showed him over their time together, and then just blew it in their face. Very, very stereotypical Sandman style shit.
Yeah, they conk the fuck out.
Honk shoe. And then, we'll ship them off to Boston. And by Boston, I mean Ulitzine. Priority
Basically the
1
same thing.
Express. And you know what? Just because just in case, I'm just going to do a handwritten note that I'm going to place on top of the bag of holding, telling them, do not take the fucking bag of holding out of the box.
Yeah.
But, worded more politely, because Xander's a noble.
And then, they are sent off, leaving you guys in this empty house, which it was pretty bare bones. They have, a dining room table and then 2, beds that are, barely distant from each other. It's a very, bare bones house. They don't have much in it.
Hey, I have a plan. I have an idea. So...
You have a plan?
Yeah, it's like an idea. If the vampires are monitoring the townspeople, what if one of us or more of us just hide out in here and wait for them to come check on them because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing?
I did see that woman, and we had a very long conversation with her and walked her back to her house.
Yes, I agree.
I could try to play the part of her and just lie about the little sister being asleep if they happen to check.
Maybe start asking a group of random or not so random adventurers for help? No, that's risky. She made it sound like they would take random people, not necessarily people asking for help.
She did also make the delivery today, so I think that what we have is one free day before we have to worry too much about vampire interference. I would love to get out there, and if Sir Lysel would like to pretend to be Freya, that might make it easier to seem like we're being escorted around town. I definitely want to speak to that person that was by the fruit stall, because something was going on with them. And I would also like to speak with Mrs. Lockett, if possible.
You said Sir Lysel.
Sir SER.
I don't have shape-shifting abilities. I think you're referring to Jay.
Well,
I realized the mistake that I made, but I just doubled down.
I was not sure. Well, I simply wasn't sure if you thought that our good friend Lysel was a dead ringer for this lady that we just saved. It was a little...
You know, I did get a good look at her hands, and I think that that's probably the biggest thing. Also, the lack of extra eyes. So maybe actually it'd be Sir Elwood, which is what I should have said. Apologies.
I mean, we could use me as
I got
bait.
kicked in the head by a horse on the way here.
They might be interested in my bone hands if they'd like their bone marrow.
Put my fingers in
However,
your
I
mouth.
think the large scythe... No, not scythe. You carry it back to Corbin. Never mind. No, wrong again. It's a billhook. What are you using right now?
I'm
using
sorry.
A billhook, and then Lysel tosses the billhook to the side and it vanishes. I don't have a billhook. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, if they're cracking these bones open and slurping the marrow out of them like some insane fruit punch, maybe we fill these bones with, like, holy water or something. See what happens.
Wouldn't they be able to tell it's holy water?
I don't
Maybe after the first sip.
Mr. Phage, can you tell what is holy water and what isn't?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
I mean, with detect magic up, you could. You also haven't had any adverse effects from interacting with it.
Depending on the nature of this creature, it could merely signal adulteration. Adulteration. I would prefer a much more potent, far more malicious poison if we are to go that route.
Fair enough. Great. So what's the worst poison we can procure in a short notice?
Vivian reaches into her bag full of shit. I could probably make one.
Ew, disgusting.
Sorry, she puts that down. She reaches into her bag of stuff after. I could probably make one.
Do you have a poisoner's kit? I have a poisoner's kit.
I believe you have a poisoner's kit, and I do not.
Oh yeah, I have because we have non-overlapping proficiencies. Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah.
Pulls out a poisoner's kit and says, "Let us show them a malice far greater than they could hope to embody in their vile actions."
Nice.
And yeah.
Before we do that, I would love to get more information just in case our plan changes. If that's okay.
You thinking a stakeout?
I'm thinking we go talk to the two people.
What if they're
Right,
the
we
same
should do that first.
person?
Then that'll make it easier.
How do we want to play this now that we have a bit more information? Like, you want to talk to him, sure, but how is this conversation like? How do you see it shaking down?
I don't think we need to dispel it again. I think we've gotten all that information. I think Vivian's also going to, like, not shuffle nervously, but she's going to take a second to think, and then she's going to speak. The name Lockett is also familiar to me, but she's not a witch. She's not a witch. It was before I became one. And I would like to speak with her if I can, even if it's just for personal reasons. And then that enchantment being different, I would love to know more about that. Johnny, you don't have what is it? What's the damn thing? Identify. You don't have that like ready. You have that ritual cast, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we can't probably just go out and touch them to figure that out, but maybe we can get an Arcana check to figure out what's going on with them.
Yeah.
I just want to know what's special about this person.
Johnny, your your little bat friend, you could cast the identification magic through Johnny Bat, yes?
Indeed.
Is there any way we can make that subtle?
Perhaps. Perhaps. Yeah. And Johnny will go out and find the person. And
the rest of us going with, I imagine.
Yeah.
Is Jelwood changing appearance or staying as is?
I think it's necessary enough to where he would change appearance, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then we have a guide at least.
Yeah.
Sorry, proceed. Groove?
Yeah. Yeah. Johnny will find this person once again. Are they still at where they were before?
They're in the same, like, little plaza of the village. They're not at the fruit stand anymore. They're actually, sitting at, like, there's, like, a little, like, picnic table, and they're sitting, like, crisscross on the bench and eating some of the fruit. The individual, by the way, has, like caramel-colored skin, that has, like, orange, like, freckles on it that are brighter, than their skin. And they have, like, a deep, like, red hair. And they also have very tiny, like, starting of antlers, coming off from their head. They don't look fully like antlers. They look more like pieces of wood, but they kind of, like, resemble that shape. And they have blank, very soft amber eyes. Like, it is all one color.
Yeah, Johnny will walk up to this person and say, and this person had, you said, a stronger enchantment?
Yeah. While the others, like, appeared very faint, theirs was, like, very bold by comparison.
Yeah. I'll walk up and I'll say, excuse me.
Huh?
My apologies, but would you please hold on to my bat for a moment? There is a matter of dire importance.
Why?
I have a matter to attend to, and it is direly important that I leave my bat with you.
Can fly, can it?
Indeed it can, but I wouldn't want it to fly merely anywhere. I prefer it.
It has sustained a bit of an injury to its wings, so it's not feeling the best at the moment.
What's in it for me? The individual, like, lets one of their legs, like, dangle off of the bench while the other one's still crossed underneath them.
How about 2 gold pieces?
I'll take 2 gold pieces.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the individual holds Johnny Bat in one hand and then the piece of fruit that they were eating, which was a pear, in the other.
Yeah, and Johnny will walk back to the house, I suppose, and ritual cast Identify.
Yeah, after the 10 minutes goes by, you can tell that this person is under, this person appears to be under the effect of a spell, but it's very strange because you can tell that they're the one who cast it. This person has calm emotion cast on themselves, but they are the caster.
Interesting.
They don't have the same enchantment or the essence of the enchantment that the other people do.
Yeah, they're essentially trying to obfuscate their own cognizance. Cool. Yeah. So Johnny Johnny will come up, take Johnny Vat, and get it nice and close and say, "I know what you are."
Oh.
I could
I'm
kind of
so
tell.
glad the vampire is saying this.
I could tell. That's why I didn't ask for your name. You
Are we free to speak here?
Not at all. But also, I would clear out or cover up your smell. You smell like one of them. You have the subtlety of an explosion.
Are you through with your metaphors? Do you have somewhere safer that we can speak of these matters?
You can come to my house, but goodness gracious, try not to be so obvious. And they stand up from the bench to where they're standing on the bench, and then they step off of it. Glad to have watched your back for you. Hope his wing feels better.
That too was deception by a true master of the art.
They turn around and look at you and blink twice, and then turn around and keep walking away.
Going to cast sending to Johnny. Just 2 words. Rope trick.
I don't have it prepped.
How have you failed me so often? Fuck.
Just go to her house. It's fine.
You have Tiny Hut in your spellbook, right?
Yeah. I think, if nothing else, we can just wait for her to fall asleep, and I can go to her dream and talk to her.
I'm not worried about, her being, deceitful. I'm worried that, the walls have ears.
Yeah, she falls asleep. You just go to her dream and put her to sleep. Probably the easiest thing. You want to do that?
Fucking incredible point.
We could just, wait for her to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny will say, once they get to their house, Johnny will look at it and say, "Very well. I shall return when night falls, and when you are in the realm of slumber."
You're not gonna do some sort of enchantment on me, are you? I asked not out of fear of my safety. I say it because it won't work.
No. Dream delving is not enchantment. You're just going into their dream. So Johnny says, "All that I do, all of these efforts, are merely to subsume the evil that has subsumed this town. Worry not."
I see. Well then. Again. But don't come back to my house until you get that smell off of you. I'm being 100% sincere if you're gonna come back later.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Xander just cast prestidigitation, cleaning Johnny up. Making him smell nice.
That isn't necessarily what I meant.
I'll throw a Nistolz on myself to make myself appear as a humanoid.
There we go. Goodness. I could have done it for
Yeah,
you,
Johnny-
but I didn't want to.
Johnny vomits all over himself.
It's like it's like when Squidward gets his fucking face slammed in the door in SpongeBob. That's what humanoid Johnny looks like. It's like handsome Johnny.
Vivian prestidigitates all the vomit too.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so that was one lead, and when night falls, we can go quickly do a dream sequence with her, and then go to the bone shrine. Do we have anything else we want to do before we Skyrim time skip?
Yeah, I'd like to go visit Mrs. Lockett.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, we go do that.
Do you want to maybe like, because if memory serves, you have alarm. Do you want to put a cheeky little alarm over the shrine?
Or at the place where we just had the people at that we took them from. The sisters.
Let's yeah, I'll leave Johnny back here to keep watch, and then yeah, I'll leave mental alarms at the shrine, at this calm emotion woman's house, whose name Johnny does not care for, and at the other family's house.
So while the rest of the party is going to go talk to Miss Lockett, you're going to those 3 locations to drop alarm spells?
Yep. Oh, sorry, I don't think they're specific. I think I'm gonna get a notification when anybody goes in. Into alarm.
When any creature other than ones you designate, right?
Yeah, so I'll just designate us and all of the people in the area as the what is it? They won't set off the alarm. The common townsfolk and us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yep, Johnny will be away doing that while the party talks to Miss Lockett.
Yeah, the individual wordlessly goes back into their house. When, the moment Johnny goes, okay, I'll be back at nighttime, the door is already shut. And you guys head to where Freya pointed out Miss Lockett's house, which is a tiny little house that has a ramp instead of a flight of stairs. It's like a cute little cottage. There's a bunch of house plants outside. There is actually seaweed drying on a rack on the front porch. And the entire area in front of the house smells like really tasty, garlic roasted fish. Smells like a warm cooked meal at her front door.
Yeah, I will go up and I will knock.
Yeah, you hear some noises for a few moments, and then you see you see the door open, revealing a very small, old goblin woman. Her ears are kind of reminiscent of a bat. She has a button, very blushed nose. She's wearing a giant pair of spectacles. Contrary to the little image I found, she also has a bunch of red markings on her face. And her hair is swept back and very long and tied up in multiple places, making multiple knots in her hair to try to keep the massive amount of hair she has swept back and away from her face. And she's in a wheelchair.
When you say red markings on her face, do you mean she got beat the fuck up, or she's that's just part of being a goblin?
No, they appear to be drawn on markings.
Okay. Great.
And she goes, "Can I help you?"
Good evening, ma'am. Blessings on you and your home. We are new in town, and we were hoping to ask you some questions about the surrounding area. We were told that you are a wise person to come to. Also, just confirming, out of game, she has the same enchantment spell as everyone else.
Yeah, she does seem to be under the enchantment. And she says, I guess. And then she stops, and she, squints at you for a second, Vivian. but then blinks and says, I'm getting old. And then she, reverses her fucking wheelchair and wheels it back around and says, come in, close the door behind you, though.
Yeah, I do that. With everyone else following, I assume. Who came with?
Let's all to go with you.
Unless I am being told to stay at the house in disguise, I would have also come with you in disguise.
Yeah, I figure it's probably everyone except for Johnny. So yeah, she walks inside and closes the door behind her.
And then...
And we'll go up and take a seat.
Yeah, she also says, also, hello, Freya. How's your sister doing?
I need some voice direction here, Chaz.
The voice that I was talking as her sounds like this.
I'm doing fine, Mrs. Lockett, thank you. She's doing well as well.
And you left the offerings?
Yep. Delivered it when I met these people.
Good. And she, wheels herself to the other side of her living room and goes, do you all want some tea? Or some soup?
Some tea would be lovely. Actually, I don't think they were going to be staying that long. I believe you may have known my parents once.
She, looks to you again and goes, that's where you look familiar. What's your name?
My name is Mistress Vivian Deshays. My parents were Darian and Mariel Deshays.
Oh! I see. She, goes and, you see her start pouring some tea. All of her furniture is, lowered closer to the ground to accommodate her being in a wheelchair, and she pours very small cups of tea and brings them over to everyone. It is just regular black tea. She has, a little tray of, hastily made sugar cubes. You can tell she tried to make them herself. And just a jar of honey. I have not seen them in, some time.
Unfortunately, they passed some time ago. I've taken a slightly different tack in my life than what I would have otherwise, but...
I see. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It was some time ago. Unfortunately, they never had a chance to tell me how they worked with you in the past, but I recognized your name in some of their old ledgers. How did you know my parents?
You see, I am a family friend, as it were, though your parents never really stayed in one place. We were close, though. We were close. I gave them more proper suppliers in different locations. Individuals that could boost their teachings with easier accessible supplies. With a smaller branch of a mercantile arrangement, not the big one, but a smaller group that they could easily resupply at a discounted price.
I see. Well, I'm sorry that this is the first time we got to meet, then.
You know, the last time I had spoken to them, they had just announced that they were expanding their family, if you catch my drift.
Just blinks.
Fucking.
Yeah.
The last time she heard from your parents was when your mother announced that she was pregnant, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Vivian has a million questions, but is also mindful of the fact that there are actual vampires outside, and so decides to stow them for now. And as she sips at some of the tea, she's essentially just going to ask some more questions about the practices of, the shrine, the things that are going on in town, anything about these strangers, kind of couching it in I'll say, soft language. She's not coming right out and saying, so I know you're mind controlled, right? But is instead playing along with the bit. Does Mrs. Locke have any additional info for us that Freya did not?
She does seem to. Do you have any examples of a question you might ask that would better help me kind of give the,
Sure, yeah. She wants to know specifically about the comings and goings of she'll refer to them as the outsiders. She also wants to know more about how they first learned, because, in Freya's story, it's like, we all just kind of knew one night, and seeing if she knew anything else about that. And if she just has any, practical knowledge about the town that we could use if there's a fight or something like that.
There is, Okay. Well, essentially, it is arguable whether or not people believe these are linked, but I almost know for sure. There was a group of visitors that came into our town, and they seemed to be of a particular unusual religion, that seemed to lean into the... Thank you, Marble, very cool. That seemed to lean into the natural practices and the cycle of life and death and all that interesting thing. Wore a lot of bone jewelry. But then they left, and soon after they left, there was this shrine that appeared, and we all had the collective knowledge somehow. We assumed it was a blessing of some kind that would grant us good fortune if we supplied it with bones. So we bring the bones of our dead, and we bring the bones of animals and whatever. I don't participate. I just ask the young people if they're keeping up their portion, and then I stay home. And then she opens her mouth again, and Vivian, I'd like you to make me a perception check at advantage.
Sure. No goblin to goblin perception check. Oh. Sorry, my D20 is in Canada now.
Whoa.
Here it is.
Not Canada.
Have to be a very mindful goblin when speaking to her. A mind goblin, if you will.
No.
A mind goblin these nuts. So that is a 24 perception check. Does that pass?
Yeah. Basically, since you've seen this in the people before, that's also way at advantage. You see her open her mouth like she is going to say something else, and then you can see, something click in her brain, and she course corrects. And she says, "Oh, but, it's mostly just religious mumbo-jumbo that makes people believe in something. It makes them feel better, makes us feel more a part of the universe, and that's fine, I suppose. It's all well and dandy. My old bag of bone self is not wheeling myself all the way out in the middle of the woods, for, a little, offer giving. It's not really my thing, necessarily."
I understand. What else? Yeah, she wants to ask more about the curfew that's been going on and how people seem to know to be in bed at a certain time.
Oh, that. There's been a bit of weird goings-on in the eve time, so we've all collectively decided to just not go outside at that time. It's not safe out there. Now, we don't know exactly necessarily what the problem is, but creatures that go bump in the night and all sorts of beasties that have made their homes in our woods. It's just not necessarily worth it. So we keep a hard and fast rule of not staying out after 8 p.m.
Do you know anyone who's broken that rule?
Well, I don't know them any longer. That's for sure.
Earlier? Okay. I don't know. I don't know that I have a lot more for her without trying to break the mind control. Which I could do, but then she's in the middle of town, and they said it was dangerous to do that. Kind of feeling like we're
I'm gonna...
probably only going to get more information out of the other person that was not affected.
Yeah.
So I kind of don't feel the need to push this unless anyone else has something they desperately want to ask her.
You do see, we're gonna write off that perception check. You do see her, like, her eyebrow twitch, and she thinks really, really hard. And she says, you know, you should speak to Everly. They're a lovely, Teresi that lives on the edge of town. You can't miss them. Very orange.
They say Duresi, like the...
Tyresi. Starts with
That's
that's
Tyresi?
Tyrressi. That is the Teosia equivalent of an Eladrin. They're related to the Duresi, which is why their names sound similar.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna make a check real quick. She makes eye contact with you, in a very particular way, and she says, Everly will be able to tell you more about the customs of our town. There's... You get... Because, again, I'm going to write off of your checks. It's been very good, and you also with interacting. You... Again, because the people in this village, like, they're under the effects of mind control, but they do act normally otherwise. They're not, like, convinced that nothing's wrong. They just cannot ask for help. It's like, literally, if they try to ask for help, their brain, like, course corrects and they don't do it. It looks... You see this woman, like, her eyes are kind of twitching. Like, it looks like she's struggling really hard to basically talk to you in a way that doesn't trigger the effect. And you can tell that it's straining her.
Do I get the impression that she's, like screaming behind her eyes, please, please, please?
Yes. Like...
Okay.
She is basically fighting against the magic to say that they need help without telling you that she needs help.
Yeah, reminds me of the Thorian in Mass Effect 1. Great. So I think go ahead.
You do get the feeling that Everly is the individual that you guys spoke to. That you're going to be speaking to. But she does look at you, like, in a way that's like, dear fucking God, I cannot say fucking anything, but holy fucking God shit. God, fuck.
Yeah.
Help.
I think that Vivian is going to reach forward, and she is going to put her hand on top of this old woman's hand, and she's going to say, my mother and father had a philosophy of trying to leave every town a little bit brighter than when they had entered, whatever that would look like. They used to say that they were the best kind of merchants there were, because once they had sold all of their stock, they still had it in their heads. The stock that we sell is...
Before I die of old age, Miss Vivian, I want to see the sun again.
I understand.
I was clean.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get up and go.
Yeah, she, like, watches you all leave. And, you see, again, like, the people outside are behaving completely normal, and then by the time this little mini conversation and meeting is over, Johnny returns to the party.
Hello, Mr. Page. we didn't learn much else, but we'll definitely rendezvous later. And I guess we head back to the house.
Yeah. And is there anything you guys want to accomplish while waiting for it to be nighttime?
No.
What?
No.
Okay. So, night falls over Whispering Pines. The fog gets a little more intense, and the fog isn't magical, by the way, just in case my constant mentioning that is sounding like I'm signaling you. It's just a environmental, you hear the distant rushing waves of high tide. It gets very, very dark overnight. There are no lanterns or torches lit because by this point, people have been locked in their homes for an hour. So the only light you see throughout this small village is from the candles or any lanterns lit within people's houses coming out from their windows. Other than that, it is a very eerie darkness. The town looks abandoned at nighttime. And you guys make your way over to the individual who you've learned's name is Everly. You go to their house. And you see that they have, again, it doesn't look obvious, but like one of their curtains is more open than the other, and it is conveniently like in the window that's kind of by their bed. And Everly is sound asleep.
Yeah. Going to go up to the good old window and making sure there's some kind of gap to get a line of sight. Will shape dreams, projecting myself into Everly's dreams. I'll take my own appearance in the dream. Creature will be charmed by me. Yeah.
You do notice that when you get into the dream, you're still able to enter their dream, but, actually, never mind. You see them, like, sitting on the floor as if, like, waiting.
Yeah. And Johnny will, entering the dream, say, "Here, we are within a realm inscrutable to the one afflicting your town."
I see. This isn't what I thought you had in mind. This is actually quite interesting. Now that we can be honest, the individual stands up and says, "The reason I was asking if you were going to put me under some form of enchantment is that the one that I have on myself is fake. I cannot be swayed by magic. But nobody here knows that. Not even our captors."
A convenient power. A blessing or technique?
A birthright. I am not of this realm. I hold the appearance of a Tiresi, but I am a Fae.
A matter I shall let pass. Speak more of these captors.
I'll admit, while I may be a Fae, I am not here to trick a town or do any nonsense. I just live here. But when the vampires started waging a war over our land, it affected the city rather coldly. Horribly. People would go missing, vampires would come in and feed on us whenever they needed to heal their wounds or slake their hunger. But Suddenly the war stopped a while ago. It was strange. Then suddenly there was a weird symbiosis between the vampires. They came in here parading as religious zealots, come to save our fair little town. And then suddenly everyone started acting normal again. They stopped locking their doors. They stopped grasping at holy water. Everyone started to behave normally again. And then the enchantment came, and, well, I've tried to free some people from it, but they have a way to find people that have eluded. Although this little trick that I've been doing has been working, so I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of how they can tell when people aren't under their curse, but they haven't discovered me yet. They do know that there's someone here, but I don't know. And I will say, I am a fae, yes, and I do have some magic, but I am no adventurer, and I'm not some crazy mad mage, so I haven't done anything insane. But I can tell you this. Not far from our village, there's a path leading to it even, there is a abandoned mine. A long time ago, due to like a stray bit of water, they abandoned it entirely. But I think they are doing something down there. Whenever someone gets taken away, they go up that hill. Whenever someone need be punished by them, that is where they are taken. If there is a dead body to be hauled, the villagers take them up that path. They are buried near the mines. Whenever they are buried to harvest their bones later. Even weirder recently, whenever it is a humanoid body, they don't even let the flesh decay. They just take the bodies. They no longer wait for them to become only bones.
This will prove useful.
I know I'm saying
Have you observed?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Ask your
Have you
question.
observed any more?
There is one thing. Again, this is mostly about the war suddenly ending. I think, now, this is only a hypothesis, I'm actually not sure, but I think I know how it happened. There is a woman that I saw, who... Another vampire, I assume, I'm not sure, who had these two men at her side, one of them wearing strange bone-like armor, and the other one didn't wear any shirt or anything, but it looked like he was wearing flesh on his skin as, like, bandages. It was quite disgusting. But she, on the other hand, was perfectly clean, beautiful even, wearing no noble clothes. She had subdued these clearly powerful individuals and then handed them over to a small redhead in the woods. After that engagement, the fighting stopped. And instead, all of the vampires that were once fighting each other to terrorize us were working together to do so. If any of the village people call for help, someone dies. Sometimes that person dies. Sometimes they let those people live so that they can watch the consequences of their actions and everyone else die. If strangers come into the town to help us, guards or knights, they usually disappear after a time. They'll start helping, and then suddenly we never hear from them again, and then more people get taken. It's the only reason I've never called for help. Every time someone does, more people die. But they do it tactfully, considering that Whispering Pine still has plenty of population.
I see. In that case, our investigation is complete. All the pieces have fallen into place. And the evil that grips Whispering Pines will not see the light of dawn. You've done well, Faye.
My name is Everly. Or that's the name that I have chosen for this little town to refer to me as.
Johnny neither says anything nor reacts. And they hang for a moment. Why did you tell me that? That have something to do with Winfrey McNeil?
No, you just simply called me Faye, and I have a name.
Is that your purpose here? Sit around, watch the populace, have a name?
No, I simply live here. And I'm trapped just like anyone else.
Yes. I suppose the world we shall create is for people like you. Soon your life shall return to normal. Everly.
I hope so. I've stayed here hoping that one day there'd be someone that would be able to hear me without getting snuffed out right away. I waited and stayed in this situation so that no more of them would die because of me.
It's a horrible thing. The evil in this world. We should all wish for something brighter, something good. A world known upon by silver. Yeah, and leaving it there, he will, he can have the presence in the dream while he is outside of it. But in this case, he will end it and allow Everly to sleep as he gives the party this information and says, now we need only wait. I feel that my alarm will soon alert us.
Oh.
So, what's the plan? Are we gonna, I know we're running up on time, are we gonna stake out the shrine? Do we want to do the poison idea? Do we want to just go right up to the mine and kick down the door and blow some people up?
Let's see if anybody comes to the shrine. If nothing else, we can maybe deal with a couple of them before we go and exterminate the people in the mine.
Sick.
Yeah. And that will all be something for next session.